And before very long, we're going to be up to racing speed. Car 44, the Black Knight there, the Cortina of Mark Curtis, just comes over the start-finish line. And away we go. You can hear the engines race. Virtually no exhaust left on these cars, and already 346 has decided he's had enough. He's going backwards instead into the wall. Bill Bird from Northampton normally runs with a different paint job on that car. That's what caught us out in the early days. And oh, no. This is not a demolition derby, boys. But you'd be forgiven for thinking that it was. 35, John Olker, we saw him in the pits. He's making light work of that. And oh, I see. Right, yeah, Italian job for Mr. Curtis in 4-4. Meanwhile, 37 and 251, they're all coming off the track here this afternoon. Come on, guys, get it pointed in the right direction, for heaven's sake. Most of the carnage out to the lane. Tippy toes, that's a triple Salco, I think. 666 for star quality, no doubt. Remember, this race, strangely enough, you're allowed to make as much contact as you like. There's a car with a front wheel definitely pointing in the wrong direction there. I think that's the end of its particular race. Watch these two as they go around the picture. Is there going to be tagging going on? 294. The numbers are very well known indeed. The numbers of Alan Tarn, all the way from Luton. Is he carving his way through for another win? You'll find out very soon here. Watch that man. Usually when he starts a race, there's only one place that he finishes in. Bouncing round the pit wall there, that's the end of that particular car's race. 321, one of the Herbert cars coming through. Oh dear. 25, I think the steering has gone on that somehow. End of race for that one. 371 going through very neatly actually. No contact as far as that one's concerned. I think he's on the escape lane. Yes, he is. Cheeky. Goes around the escape lane, keeps out of the trouble, and 321 has really had it. 414 have decided to remodel back end to that particular Cortina. That's Peter Dix from Buckingham. Meanwhile, more contact in that particular race. 321's been nerfed out of it, but 821 still holds the flag high. That's Kev Bissiker from Rushden going through, and you can see the yellow flags are being waved all around the circuit. That means you've got to slow down, maintain position, and that's the reason. A bit of a shunt there, 321, and the ambulance guys are going out to that particular car. Now, 321 is Tony Pearson, and we saw him in the pit lane earlier on. We've stopped the race. All the cars have been brought to a halt. Oh dear, Tony Pearson looks as though he's received something of a whiplash there, and a bit of a bump. Remember, he was stationary just a couple of laps ago, and he's being taken off into the ambulance. Now, that's not a good sign. Security of the drivers is of paramount importance up here at the International Raceway Circuit. Good to see that the doctors are on site quickly. And we'll find out from Tony Pearson how he gets on. We're going to see if we can catch hold of him a little bit later on during this afternoon's meeting and see what actually happened in that particular crash. For the remaining cars then, it's back under starters' orders. Alan Tarn still running in 294, and I think, yes, he's hit the front. Nothing new there, we say. Meanwhile, 45 gets tapped out of contention, Eric Curtis. And we still have some of the local lads in from Rushden. Kev Bissiker's still in there somewhere. And I think we've got at least one Herbert brother out there. Neil Herbert, I think, is still running. John Olker holding up quite a number of cars there in his evil holding car number 35. And just through the back of the picture there, you saw the ambulance that took Tony Pearson off the track heading towards the pits. So with any luck, he's not too badly injured after that bump that he received a little bit earlier on. 821 goes through. But that particular car, I haven't a clue what number it is. Oh, it's John Olker. Heavy hammers didn't do too much good for him then before this particular race got underway. 632 goes through. That's the Herbert car. And 65 just being very gently tapped out. Adrian Watson from Newport Pagnell. 821, Kev Bissiker's deciding to do a few donuts. Well, whatever takes your fancy in the Sunday afternoon. 294 then, Alan Tarn making the trip up here once more from Luton as I think that's a Batman-esque smoke screen being laid down by one of the cars that's decided to call